So the only time I use water with acrylics is when I'm about to do my drawing, so I just swish it around the water. And what we're going to do is, this is going to be a little bit like that painting we did for the Kenilworth Bluff, a little bit. I'm just going to expand on it really. So we're just get a bit of blue and red. This is just a drawing. So this is step one of the Moore method. But what I want to do with today's painting is I want to highlight and really bring into focus our centre of interest, which is we're going to place our centre of interest around about there. It's going to be a little cottage. Well, it's a farmhouse actually. So I was driving through the Capertee Valley, and the Capertee Valley is one of the most beautiful parts of Australia. It's just an incredible place. So a little cottage like so. So this so think about this, right? We're just doing basic shapes. A little rectangle there, a little triangular shape there, run a roof along, and I've just got a little veranda running off the back and a little angled roof. So there's not a lot in it, right? It's really easy to do. Let's get some big darks in through here. We'll really darken it down. So this will be an exciting step. So we're going to go for pure saturation. I've gone through the yellow ochre and the red there, okay? Because it needs to be a little bit warmer, but I still want it dark. See, that's a nice warm dark. So, and I'm not, well, in effect, this is sort of greying itself because of the fact that I put yellow, blue and red in there, but I'm not going to lighten it. Okay, now you look at that. Tell me if that's not a juicy dark. Okay, let's push some of it up. Try and get some soft edges while the paint's wet in there. I'm totally losing the sight of that gum tree, but we know it's going to be there. So, okay, so don't make it a perfect straight line along there. See what I mean? Like it's a little bit uneven. If we wanted to, I'd just get a little bit of this dark, I add a little bit more blue and a little bit of white in there. Haven't cleaned my brush, so I've still got that red in there. Okay, and let's just, where will I put them? Let's just run in. Okay, don't make them nice little neat, perfect. See what I'm doing now? I'm just using the edge of that brush and I'm just, see where I'm holding it? Here. And I'm just squiggling it, right? Like I'm not using any magic technique, and maybe some of you are sitting there thinking, yeah, you probably should be, right? But it gives that random look. This is going to turn out a really nice painting. Hopefully you can see it starting to develop and you're getting excited about it like I am. Okay, just see that, just scrubbling the brush, right? You don't need to be a neat, fussicky, tight, finicky type painter. You can just be a bit reckless at times, you know. Be a little bit reckless and just work that tone in. This is a dirty blue. Just push it into the peachy sky. Now the key to this is we just want to load the brush up and then just lightly drag the brush down. Don't put too much pressure here because we want to have a broken sort of effect in parts. So don't just block it all in. If you've ever seen like a rocky escarpment, which I'm sure you have, in light, it's it's got some sort of broken up elements of it. Okay. And this main sort of gum tree was going to come into about here. Okay. It's got a little bit of white in there, which I don't mind. Just be careful as we get to the top here where our branch is going to go. Just slow down. And when they're a bit fatter towards the bottom, it matters less, obviously. I think we need one branch running up through there. You can see I've got a bit fat up there. That's okay, we'll cover that with some foliage. Okay. Scrub out some of the paint on the board here. And let's get our blue, our yellow. Probably really want to brighten this right up. Just a little bit of the yellow ochre and the alizarin crimson into that mix, greying it back. Bit of white. Okay, now this may or may not be our final highlight, but the key here, I've got the paint on the brush. I'm just going to lightly drag it across horizontally. Okay, I'm going to start underneath the farmhouse. Okay, probably add a little bit of highlight onto that in another pass soon. See that, how the broken red is coming through there? Get some blocks of colour in there in parts, but that broken red, I think, is really going to make it pop. Okay. It's almost like a flesh tone, really. But look at the sky tone. Okay, so there's a little bit greyed off in the sky, and here we want to have it a little bit more saturated. Don't put it everywhere. Now what we're looking for here is when you add these highlights on this side, lights coming from over here, we're just looking to see, is it starting to create a bit of a 3D look, which I think it is. In fact, that's probably with a little bit of the yellow and a little bit of the highlight tone. It's probably not a bad one to go a little bit light there, but what the hey. It's got more saturation in that green that we smudged back. And don't lose all that shadow on the foliage there. I think it's a good little project for you to have a go at. It clearly demonstrates the 3 steps of the Moore method. It's a reasonably challenging project, so if you do struggle with it and you're just starting out painting, it's a challenging project. There's quite a bit in it, but just be persistent. Maybe watch this video a couple of times. You've got lifetime access to the video, right? You can always come back to it, but just take your time, slow down, and really have a good go at this one. I'd love to see your photos. I think you will impress yourself with a great little painting when you're finished. So enjoy doing this one. Happy painting. I'll see you next time in the Learn to Paint Club. Cheers for now.